Hello everybody and welcome to Chakras and Cuss Words. I am your podcast host, Catherine, and today I am actually doing a tarot reading and I'm going to bring some enlightenment on the 1212 portal. So I am doing the tarot reading for the week of December 13th on to the 20th. Can you believe it is already about to be the 20th of December? It seems like this month and this year has kind of freaking flew by. I don't know. For me, that's how it feels. For others, it may have been a more of a difficult year where it may have been going to a slower process. We have the 1212 portal just wrapping up. So for those who are interested in the 1212 portal, it is basically December 12th. And what it is known in history is an area of cosmic energy to start new beginnings and intentions. So with that being said, you can even relate it back to the Roman Empire, back to Christianity of the 12 days of Christmas, and also it is a start of a new pathway for many of us. It is also seen by numerologists as a very highly intuitive number. It's seen as a number that will bring prosperity, new beginnings, new ideas, especially as it is in the realm of Sagittarius before we enter the Capricorn season. So let's pay close attention to what we are planning on manifesting for the year of 2022. Let's not reserve our intentions and intuitions for the beginning of the year. Let's go ahead and start to focus on them now. So with that being said, if you are interested in learning more, I suggest you check out my blog post on Chakras Cuss Words on the 1212 portal. And also there are 12 journal prompt entries that get you thinking of what can possibly move you in the right area of completing some goals. So for this tarot reading of the week of December 13th on to the 20th, I will be using two decks as always. The tarot, my favorite, the Light Seers tarot, beautiful illustrations in this, and also I will be working with a new oracle deck, Black Moon astrology cards, and this is a deck that I'm trying to get more acquainted with. It is a deck that I will be using as the intention card as we move forward. So like always, we will be doing the 4 zodiac elements, and we will start with earth and then transition to, we will start with fire, transition to earth, water, and air. So for our first card for fire, we have Justice. Ooh, Justice. And for the second card, Queen of Cups. Let's see if we get another card. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So here we go. We're going to start with Justice. And what this card really taps into is our inner justice, our inner self. Remember, this is a general reading. If this reading does not resonate with you or resign with you, please release it back to the universe and let it go. If this is a reading that does bring value to you, I would like for you to keep it and hold it in a sacred space and listen to the ultimate message. For justice, we have to think about the justice within. As you see, this card shows a reflection, almost a balance. Many of us are concentrating on the area that doesn't necessarily serve our higher purpose. As we're stepping into 2022, we see the Queen of Cups moving for clarity and vision. So really let go of whatever's been holding us back, those misbeliefs of we are not certain to create a strong foundation, we are not certain to create what is moving towards us. In this card, you can see that it almost looks like there's two dual matches of the same person, but they also look very different. And when we are in this balance of finding our true core message and identity of what we want others to see us, we have to look at the vision. And right here we see with the Queen of Cups, we are seeking something more. So listen to your inner self, listen to the core message. The Queen of Cups is such a powerful card of clarity and also vision. So go ahead and hold that vision forward. Right here in the Eight of Pentacles, we see that there are still some transitions where we're probably feeling a little reversed and feeling that we can't move forward. A lot of big decisions are being made, possibly with career, possibly with investments, possibly with some new moves. What I really want you to do is hold a sacred space where you keep this area close to you, but don't be so certain on weighing out the negatives versus the positive. Sometimes we have to go with our instinct, our clarity that rises from within. So if you are stuck in that certain place where you're trying to balance, what does it all mean? What do I focus on for the most part? I want you to sit back with your true identity and your true self right here, as we see in the Queen of Cups, which really resonates the decision making, the process of choosing what moves forward. So sit with the intentions of what really rang with you in the beginning. Trust me, justice will come to light. Justice will be served, especially if it is with the inner self. And for the intention card that we have for the Black Moon astrology deck, let's see. And with new decks, they're always so sticky. So we have Scorpio, transform. So this is showing me that it is time to step out of the box. It's time to step out of the overthinking and the overdoing for the fire signs. It's time for the fire signs to really see their true value and really see the true worth and transform into the year of 2022 to start to set intentions towards that area. Perfect read for the fire signs. And now let's move on to the earth signs. I'm laughing. You can hear my husband in the background cracking up. He's probably on something funny like TikTok or his Instagram reels. He's just cracking up in the other room. So that's what you hear. That is him. Okay, so for the earth signs, what intentions and what message is the universe trying to give us as we move forward in this 12/12 portal into the week of December 13th? What is next for the earth signs? So the first card I have is Strength in reverse. Second card is Eight of Pentacles again. And the third card is Five of Swords, upright. So right now I'm feeling a strong presence that we're battling with our inner strength. We're probably feeling extremely overwhelmed, maybe overworked, probably because it's towards the new holidays coming around, just around the corner as this week ends up on the 20th. Also right here, I see a high concentration where it almost feels like we're getting mixed messages. We're probably spending too much time in this area of uncertainty with the Eight of Pentacles, probably some blocks surrounded around investments, finances, and also with possibly career. I want you to know that even though right now you're feeling that your strength isn't holding you, it holds great value. So go ahead and take this card from out of reverse and practice on some confidence building steps. Really practice on what's going to go ahead and make you feel more strong in your own power. As you can see, you are a very nurturing and caring person. This also really resembles artwork that touches into the sign of the Leo, the sun. I want you to go ahead and do some sun meditation if you can. Give homage back to the planet. Also right here, stop overthinking of what's holding you. Stop overthinking about what is putting you in the certainty of growing and versus not growing. It's okay to listen to the mixed messages. It's okay to listen to the areas where we find ourselves uncertain. What we don't want to do is get held up on it. As you see in the back, there's always a little bit of a shadow, and that's okay because we all have our shadow areas. Don't get too high off what the message actually means. Just go ahead and release it. And for your intention card for the earth signs, we have Pluto, transformation. Ooh, funny how both the cards are really asking for transformation, as the first one was in Scorpio, and now we headed to Pluto in transformation, and Pluto is moving around in the universe, and I believe it is approaching to become one with Aquarius, but I'm not too sure, but I'll have to check on that. So definitely stay focused on transforming to new insight and transforming to what is coming up next, and that is the read for the earth signs. Okay, so let's move on to the water signs, and then we will follow up with the air signs. So as we approach the water signs, as we exit the 12-12 portal, let's think of what intentions can we bring forward, what light and vision do we have for ourselves. First card hopped out, the Queen of Swords, amazing card, one of my most favorite cards, I'll be honest, and then we have two more. Ooh, 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 ooh. I'm also feeling a high intensity of a match. Honey. Okay, so as we move on for the water signs, I'm seeing the Queen of Swords, a lot of independence, a new journey, possibly could be seeking a new adventure. Maybe it's a new romance, career, change. Change is always good as we set forward for 2022. Also right here we have the Four of Wands in reverse, which makes me think that there might have been some conflict. There might have been some areas of where we're coming out of possibly a friendship or a celebration, but it didn't really go the way that we wanted, or possibly it was a union. When it is in reverse, we want to just highlight the moments that meant the most to us, but be sure to release it. Also, I see that in the King of Swords, there is a lot of wisdom coming forward. There's a lot of independence and liberty and freedom. Really a high stake area where it's making me feel that there's possibly a match with somebody who is on the same journey, similar to you, and on the same vision as you. If this is true and you start to meet this person, don't let the middle area of the uncertainty of past celebrations and past relationships hinder you from your pathway and hinder you from your growth. So go ahead and release that. Put this card back in an upright position instead of leaving it in reverse, and see that there is also a time to have this balance. There's a time to have this independence and the strength, but there's also a time to celebrate and have new pathways. There's a time to seek wisdom and journey, but also be committed to giving, not only then receiving, and your path will move in a forward direction. I also see that there is a lot of knowledge that is trying to be sought right now. Possibly you might be on the start of a new career or a new relationship. Go ahead and hold your head up high as you enter this journey. It sounds like the past is left in the past, but let's leave it at that and let's move forward. So if there is a new relationship, let me know. I love to hear from you guys. I love when my listeners and my little star beings, starlights, and moonchild children, and moon lovers and goddesses, light seers and seekers, and light seeds all send me message and let me know what is happening in their world, as well as sharing their thoughts about mine. Third house, messages. What does the message mean? As we come close to starting a new journey, I want you to think of what is the message that resembles not only the message that you're trying to get others to hear, but what is the message that you're trying to receive. When we deliver messages, we are more worried about how other people hear our message, if they're hearing it right, if they're hearing it truly. But what we need to focus on is our message being spoken through clearly, not for others, but for ourselves and for our core message. So that is the read for the water signs to move forward in your past, possibly a new relationship or a new unity of somebody on the similar path, and to enjoy the past moments and let go and let others hear our messages. And we will move forward with the air signs. So we move forward with the air signs in the week of December 13th on to the 20th. As we leave the 12/12 portal, remember I do have journal prompts on the website, Chakras Cuss Words, for you to set some intentions and also set some areas of moving. What is the right growth factor for you? Okay, so let's get this going for the air signs. So we have 2 cards in reverse, 5 of Swords, definitely looking for more vision, looking for more clarity, not really sure if you're on the right track. Possibly some more shadow is coming. Over here we have the Fool in reverse. It makes me think that somebody may have been letting us to feel uncertain about our decisions, or possibly it may be us feeling uncertain about our own decisions as it is in reverse. Remember, you hold the key. You are the magician. As an air sign, there is a lot of free-flowing movement through your mind, a lot of free-flowing prospect that's going all in the right direction. You really hold the key. What I want you to be centered with, as I see these 2 cards in reverse, is letting go of the disbelief. So if something isn't feeling like it's working for you, then you might have to reorganize it. You might have to set it in a passage where the message isn't so bumbled or isn't leaving you so uncertain. Maybe limit some of the activity you're doing, maybe strengthen some of your organization. Also, what you can be doing is having a lot more of meditation and a lot more of soul seeking, where you trust your intuition and you trust yourself, because sometimes we play our own selves for the fool because there was an opportunity that may have came our way and we possibly let it go, or we possibly declined, and now we're going back and thinking about it like, I should have done this, or I should have done this, or I wish I would have did this, or I wish I would have said yes, but instead I said no. And when this happens, we just have to let that area go. We have to let it rest, leave it where it be, and trust our process, that even though at the time it didn't feel right and we said no, but really we are the ones who hold the key for the next path. And this is what resembles in the Magician. Controlling our own magic, controlling our own spiritual destiny, and controlling what moves forward. So we might have to bottle down and really center down and find out what's going on with these 2 cards in reverse, where we're feeling so uncertain, why we're feeling so much like second guessing. Maybe write it out. That's why those journal prompts that I have on Chakras Cuss Words are amazing to do if you can, as we leave the 12/12 portal, to open up your intuitive state and open up what is coming forward as 2022 approaches. And for the air signs, the card that I have for your intentions is Moon Soul. a lot of heart chakra energy in this card, as the beautiful green and lavender runs through. It makes me think that we are really needing to trust our intuition. I'm feeling as that we are pulled to the middle, kind of seeing the two balances as the moon phase closes and open. Which one do we choose? Which area do we move forward? Set forward in our goals, set forward in our practices, and let yourself really find what works best for you. It's okay to change certain things. I've actually been thinking about maybe switching the recordings to the tarot readings, or to the readings to once a month versus weekly, just to kind of reduce the time I spend on social media. So if that is something that works for you, or if you enjoy the weekly readings, let me know. But that is something that I have been thinking about. And as a somebody who does have a lot on your plate, it is okay to let it go, and it's okay to say, you know, right now I need to go back to my inner self, to my inner magician, and pick up my own magic. And that is the read for the week of December 13th on to the 20th. So I just want to thank everybody for tuning in. And there is a new podcast out, Help, I Manifested My Divorce. And that is on Chakras and Cuss Words podcast. It is a podcast that this episode is talking about how manifestations can sometimes go in directions that we don't really want, or directions that we aren't prepared for, in the topic of help. I manifested my divorce. So go ahead and give that a listen, give me a rating, and subscribe, and have a great day, everybody. Bye.